What if I told you one of the wisest individuals who ever lived was a king, a poet, and a builder of a legendary temple? Let's step back in time to the ancient kingdom of Israel, where our tale begins. Born to King David and Bathsheba, Solomon was no ordinary child. His birth was steeped in controversy, arising from a love story mired in deceit and repentance. Yet from these turbulent beginnings, Solomon was destined for greatness. Even as a young boy, Solomon displayed a wisdom and understanding beyond his years. His keen intellect and discerning heart were noticed by all, marking him as the heir apparent to the throne of Israel. His ascension was not without its trials and tribulations, but Solomon proved his mettle, overcoming each obstacle with grace and wisdom. His reign began at an unusually young age, even by the standards of the time. And so, Solomon, a child of destiny, began his reign at the tender age of 12. Imagine being offered anything you desire. What would you choose? Let's turn back the pages of history to a time when Solomon, the son of the iconic King David, was presented with such an opportunity. Standing before God, Solomon was given a blank check. He could ask for anything his heart desired. But Solomon didn't ask for riches or power or long life. His request was simple yet profound. He asked for wisdom. He yearned for an understanding heart to judge the people of his kingdom fairly and to discern between good and evil. This humble request pleased God, who not only granted Solomon the wisdom he sought but also bestowed upon him wealth and honor unparalleled by any king before him. This divine gift of wisdom had a profound impact on Solomon's reign. His wise judgments, like the famous judgment of the two women each claiming to be the mother of the same baby, became legendary. His wisdom brought peace and prosperity to his kingdom. His fair and just rulings earned him respect and admiration from his subjects and from kings and queens of other nations. Solomon's wisdom wasn't confined to judgments and governance. He was also an accomplished poet, a philosopher, and a scientist. He penned 3,000 proverbs and over 1,000 songs. He spoke about plant life, from the cedar of Lebanon to the hyssop that grows out of walls. He also spoke about animals, birds, reptiles, and fish. Solomon's wisdom was not a private possession but a public gift. He used it to build a prosperous kingdom, to administer justice, and to guide his people. His wisdom was a beacon that illuminated the path for his people, a light that guided them through the complexities of life. The story of Solomon's wisdom is a timeless reminder of the power of wisdom in leadership. It's a testament to the profound impact a leader's choices can have on their people and their land. In choosing wisdom, Solomon became a beacon of enlightened leadership. Have you ever heard of a temple so magnificent it became the stuff of legends? Such is the story of Solomon's crowning achievement, the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem. This was no ordinary feat. It was a monumental task that required not only architectural prowess, but also diplomatic skill, as Solomon had to negotiate with King Hiram of Tyre for the necessary materials and craftsmen. The first temple, often referred to as Solomon's Temple, was much more than a structure of wood and stone. It was the heart of Israel, a sacred place where the Ark of the Covenant was housed. This Ark, according to biblical accounts, held the 10 Commandments given by God to Moses, making the temple an indispensable symbol of the Jewish faith. The building of the temple was a 7-year endeavor, a testament to Solomon's dedication and perseverance. Solomon's temple was a marvel of the ancient world, adorned with cedar from Lebanon, gold from Ophir, and intricate carvings of cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers. It was a sight to behold, an architectural masterpiece that reflected the glory of the kingdom Solomon had built. But the temple was more than just a physical embodiment of Solomon's reign. It served as a beacon of unity for the Israelites, a place of worship, and a symbol of their covenant with God. Its construction marked a high point in Israel's history, a time of peace and prosperity under Solomon's rule. In the years that followed, the temple underwent destruction and rebuilding, symbolizing the tumultuous journey of the Jewish people. Yet its original blueprint, as envisioned by Solomon, has forever left its mark on the annals of history and the Jewish faith. The temple not only stood as a testament to Solomon's wisdom, but also as a symbol of Israel's glory. Solomon's story is not just about a king who built a temple. It is the tale of a leader who, through his wisdom and vision, built a legacy that has endured for thousands of years. Can you imagine a man with 700 wives and 300 concubines? Yes, you heard that right. This was the reality of King Solomon's life. King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom, was also a king of many wives. This was not uncommon in ancient times when marriages were often used as political tools to establish alliances and secure peace treaties. Solomon's wives came from many different nations, a testament to his expansive kingdom and the alliances he formed. However, these marriages were not just about politics. They were also about love, passion, and desire. Solomon was a man of many tastes, and his wives reflected the diversity of his interests. But it wasn't all rosy. While Solomon's many marriages helped him maintain peace and expand his kingdom, they also led to his downfall. His foreign wives brought with them their own cultures and religions. Over time, the influence of his wives began to seep into Solomon's faith. Solomon, who had once been a devout follower of his faith, started to stray. He began to worship the idols of his wives, a stark contrast from the monotheistic faith he once held dear. His turn to idolatry was a significant departure from his earlier wisdom and piety, and it didn't go unnoticed. His people, who had once admired him for his wisdom and fair rule, began to question his actions. His idolatry was seen as a betrayal of his faith and his people. This marked the beginning of Solomon's downfall. His once unified kingdom began to crumble and his legacy was tarnished. In the end, Solomon's many marriages, which were initially a sign of his power and influence, became his downfall. His desire for women and his willingness to compromise his faith for them led to his eventual decline. Solomon, the wise king, fell into the trap of his own desires, tarnishing his legacy. Despite his wisdom and achievements, Solomon's story serves as a stark reminder of how personal desires and compromises can lead to one's downfall. How does a wise king fall from grace? This is the question that haunts the latter stages of Solomon's life. As we delve into the twilight years of his reign, we find a king who, despite his wisdom, fell out of favor with his God. Solomon's fall from grace was not sudden, but a gradual descent. His many wives led him astray, drawing him into the worship of foreign gods, a clear violation of the divine commandments he once held dear. This disobedience did not go unnoticed. The once favored king found himself faced with divine disapproval and the threat of a divided kingdom. After Solomon's death, the prophecy came to fruition. His kingdom, once united and prosperous under his rule, splintered into two factions, the kingdom of Israel in the north and Judah in the south. The unity Solomon had worked so hard to establish disintegrated, leaving behind a legacy of division. The first temple, a monumental testament to Solomon's reign, also met a tragic end. It was destroyed, its treasures looted, and its sacred spaces desecrated. This symbol of Solomon's glory and Israel's unity was reduced to ruins, a harsh reminder of the fallen king's mistakes. Yet, the legacy of Solomon is not solely one of downfall. His life offers a complex narrative that oscillates between wisdom and folly, prosperity and ruin, obedience and defiance. He is remembered as the wise king who penned profound proverbs and built a magnificent temple. But he is also a cautionary tale, a stern warning of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the dire consequences of turning away from divine guidance. In the grand tapestry of history, Solomon emerges as a paradox, a figure both admired and admonished. His life serves as a potent reminder of the fleeting nature of power and the timeless value of wisdom. Though flawed, Solomon's life serves as a timeless lesson on the perils of unchecked ambition and the importance of wisdom. What can we learn from Solomon, the wise king who fell from grace? The chronicles of Solomon's life are a treasure trove of timeless lessons. His story underscores the value of wisdom, a gift that he famously sought over riches and power. Wisdom, as evidenced by Solomon, is the ability to discern right from wrong, to make just decisions, and to lead with fairness and compassion. Yet Solomon's tale also carries a cautionary note, the dangers of excess. Despite his wisdom, Solomon fell prey to extravagance, leading to his downfall. It's a stark reminder for us to maintain balance in our lives, and to be wary of indulgence that can lead us astray. Above all, Solomon's life speaks to the significance of staying true to one's faith. Despite his transgressions, Solomon remained devoted to his beliefs, a testament to the strength of his faith. Solomon's story, filled with wisdom and folly, continues to echo through the ages, reminding us of the timeless truths of life.